Hello! Let us start with the messages we send out through email writing, as the same skills needed here will also be used in writing a longer essay. People receive so many emails every day, so they don't have the time to go through very long emails, especially businesses and employers. Therefore, make sure that your message in the email is clear and straight to the point. Do not waste time on giving unnecessary information. What do emails share with essays? Let's find out together. 1. A main topic is introduced. It should be very specific. Number 2, both need to be revised, so we go over our writing in case we want to make changes. Number 3, words need to be carefully chosen. And that's why we need to think about every word we use. And number 4, ideas need to be expressed clearly without any confusion. When writing an email, we need to use a certain format, which we will call a skeleton. Now, this skeleton of an email is made of a subject, greeting, number 3 is opening, 4, goal, number 5, paragraphs, 6, closing, and 7, an end. Now, let's go over the differences between formal and informal emails. If you address your boss at work, or an employer, an upper manager, or your professor, this is a formal situation, and the way you write your email is different from emails written to family or friends, which are called informal emails. Number 1, subject line. Be specific about the subject of your email. Number 2, use an appropriate greeting. For example, if it's informal, dear, first name and a comma, like dear Tom. If it's formal, use dear Mr. or Mrs., which means you use the last name. If you don't know who you are addressing, use to whom it may concern. Number 3, you may start your email with hope you're well, or hope this email finds you well. Number 4, be clear about the goal of your email, whether it's about a question, a request that you're making, or if you're passing on important information, or if it's a reminder of an event or an action that needs to be taken. Number 5, if there's more than one idea, you have to break your email into paragraphs. Number 6, use an appropriate closing. For example, you thank the person you're emailing for their help or their time. Number 7 is end your email. Now, if it's an informal email to a friend or a family member, you can end it with love, Mark. If it's a formal email to a boss or an employer, you can end it with sincerely, Mark. Please take a look at the next sample format email. Now, the subject line, meeting with you. If we take a look at the email, we see that Dear Professor Parker is used because it is formal. So we have Dear Professor and his last name, Parker. As we read through the email, we see that the goal is specified, which is meeting the professor. The writer also points out the time and place appropriate for the meeting. We end with thanking the professor for his time, and finally, we use sincerely Mark Green because it's formal, as love Mark cannot be used in this situation. For a reply email, we thank the sender for the email and reply to the question raised in the initial email. This reply includes the time and day for the meeting. And since it's just a reply, we can end with regards and the first name, John. In the informal email, we can just use Hi Mary instead of Dear with the last name. Still, we make our goal clear, which is an invitation, and we specify time and place. Finally, we end with Love Susan, which makes it an informal email.